Hi everyone, welcome to Everyday, your daily stop for virtual reality content. My name is Dee and I am in the real world today. I am down at the park. This is about a mile from where I live. I just walked here with my Samsung Gear VR, my Note 4 phone, and my recording equipment. I actually had so little stuff I didn't even need a bag or anything. I just carried it all, like my tripod under my arm and some stuff in my pockets, and I was all set. So this is very lightweight, easy to get around, and I figure if I'm going to be doing mobile VR, it doesn't make any sense to do it all at home where I could just be using PC VR. So we're going to use some mobile VR out here in the real world, in the big blue room. And today I'm going to be playing Romans from Mars. This has nothing particular to do with the park or being in the real world, but it's just the game I happen to choose today. Romans from Mars is a game where it's actually adapted from an existing mobile game. It's a game where there are waves of aliens coming at you, and you have to shoot a catapult at them to fend them off before they attack and destroy your castle. Also, the aliens are dressed like Roman soldiers. That's why it's called Romans from Mars. And this is a great example of taking an existing game, an existing mobile game, and doing a pretty good job of adapting it for VR. It's not a full game. It only has, I think, the first level, a couple, like 2 or 3 types of enemies, and like all the other stuff from the full game is left out. But it's definitely a great example of it's a great example of a pretty big team investing in taking existing property, moving it to VR, keeping the same art style, keeping the same feeling about it. And I'm going to be enjoying it here in the park. Now, I'm going to start out by showing you the existing 2D game. I do have to warn you, this game has has a lot of the microtransactions and Facebook stuff, and so I'm just going to be skipping past all that stuff. The VR version does not have any of those things, so we're not going to have to worry about that when we're in VR for now. Hopefully those things will, those more annoying things will not make their way into VR. For now, let's go ahead and get started on the original mobile version of Romans from Mars, and I will show you how this game works, and then we'll show you the VR version, how they ported the game to the new experience. Let's go. Alright, here's the company that makes it. They are called Sidekick. They are a pretty small studio, I think about 12 people, something like that. And here's their logo screen, loading up. Yeah, I guess I'll take my daily bonus. There we go. I don't want Candy Crush. Excuse me. So, here's Romans from Mars. The menu screen, they've got their cool music going. I can go through the options, there's a bunch of stuff, turn music and sound off, credits, about. If I go into credits, these are all the people at Sidekick. You can see, like I said, about maybe 20 of them, and some other people working at Majesco Mobile. I guess they partnered with them for this particular game. And I'm going to go ahead and hit play. Oh my god, the ads! Okay, I hit play. You start out. There's this overworld in the mobile version. This doesn't really exist in the VR version. There's just one place you can be. I'm good to go. Let's do this. So here's the field. Here comes the first enemy. If I tap, there we go. The arrow lands and it kills the enemy. It has a little radius that it kills enemies within. Pretty simple. Works very well as a mobile game because you're just tapping to control it. Your taps control exactly what happens. And it's making pretty effective use of the mobile interface. For the VR interface, they're going to rely on looking, and that's going to be a little bit more awkward than this more natural touching interface. And here comes the final wave. So if one of them reaches my castle, you see my hearts in the lower left corner. If one of them reaches my castle, it will decrease my hearts, and if my hearts get to 0, it is a game over for me. So you can see my hearts went to 2 there. And if I let both of them come close, I'm not going to let them come close actually. I'm going to win this first level. L11. There's their Zeus, I guess. I get some money. I can use the money to buy upgrades. You can buy things like rate of fire, mega shot, arrow speed, and there are upgrades in the VR version too. Not as many, by far, not as many. You can max out all your upgrades in the VR version in like 20 minutes. It's not a big deal. Whereas this would take you like days. So I'm going to buy this, and I hit the battle. I can go on. I could replay the previous stage, or I could go on to the next stage. And I'm going to show you what happens when you lose. I just increased my rate of fire so I could tap a little faster. Mega shots are these things that randomly happen. Here it's telling me about mana. Mana is introduced in the second level. It allows you to cast spells that affect large groups of enemies. This should all be pretty familiar to people who know this genre well. And... okay. Now I think it's going to show me how to do an elemental attack by swiping through them. That just killed a bunch of them. Actually, it just slowed them down. It didn't even kill them. I'm going to let those two hit me so I can start to get closer to dying. And that last one is going to kill me. You can see the perspective is fixed. And I'm dead. I can use a gem to revive. You get the gems by winning stages, I think, for the first time. Or by doing like their microtransactions. And I'm dead. Defeat. I think that was Hades. And I do not want your advertisement. And that's it. So that was the mobile version of Romans from Mars. You saw it's a pretty familiar if you've seen this type of game before. It's just defending a castle, and you get upgrades and you fire at the guys. And now I'm going to go into the VR version. So I'm just going to make sure that I am recording. I believe I'm still recording. Alright, so let me go ahead and put it into my Gear VR. There we go. I've got this cable coming out the side so I can pick up the audio. My recording software on the phone only picks up video. And I'm just going to put it on, and then I will be in VR in the park. I think I'm going to have to take off my headset first. Alright, first time recording outside. Gonna keep on going. Health and safety warning. Here I am in the main menu. I can spin my body all around. There's just blue behind me right now. Nothing interesting. And I have my library, I have my store. Here's Romans from Mars. The last game I tried because I was testing it out. Sidekick, we make heroes. Same company, of course. Here comes the game. Loading up, loading up. And I'm at the menu. The menu is this cool little room where there's like, it's like a round room. Behind me is the credits for Sidekick. These are all the people who worked on the game. And this is the Oculus team. There's like 4 people. I see you there. There's like 4 people who worked on the Oculus version of it. So a fair-sized team. And this is version 1.021, still very early. Reset profile, unlock CP. What does that do? That's a mystery. I never saw that before. Sneaky. Okay. So total Martians killed. These are your stats. They show up after you play. There's Zeus. And more castles available in full version. There's not actually a full version yet. Presumably there will be later. Alright, Romans from Mars, let's play. Alright. Look at the, shoot the, okay, I got this. I look at them and then I tap. It fires the arrow. Easy peasy. And this is very similar to how it looks on the screen, on the mobile display. But the world is now all around me, and I have full stereoscopy, so this arrow in front of me looks super close. You gotta slow down over there. I see you. Here comes more guys. I see you. I'm so bad at this. And you can see the UFOs flying overhead. It's like you're immersed in this whole world. You can see, oh, there's some commands down there. There's a God mode command. That could be interesting. Like that. And there's actually, like I feel like there's more detail in the VR version because you can get a good look at these guys as they get close to you. While it was on the screen, I couldn't really get a good look at them. Even though the angular resolution is not as high, playing it in VR, because it covers so much of your field of view, it's more like you're playing the game on a giant big screen TV that curves all around you, as opposed to just playing it on a tiny screen. Except, of course, that doesn't look flat. It looks like I'm immersed in this world. Behind you. Good luck. Oh, thanks. Okay, so I think the reason that's there is if you're facing the wrong way when you start up, you'll see that sign that'll get you to turn around. Okay. Jupiter's lightning. Go, go, go. Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm messing up. I'm messing up. No, why do I suck? Okay. Well, that's what happens when you lose. Let's just pretend I was demonstrating that. I'm gonna go back to menu. Going to start over. Hit play. Here's my gold that I collect as I kill enemies that I can use for upgrades. Okay, this time I'll try to pay attention to the game. Maybe a little bit. This will be useful later, the ballista auto fire. Take that! Aliens! And like I said, they've done a really good job of reproducing the art style from the original mobile game. It feels very like a cartoonish world. It has the same colors, the same models. I believe they're actually literally using the same models in this version and in the regular mobile version. I may be wrong about that. And the castle looks enormous. Like in the normal one, the castle's behind you. You can't even see it. In this one, you can look up at the castle walls, and they're like 20 feet tall, and it is amazing. Okay, gotta kill these guys. Alright. Alright, I'm taking care of it. I'm surviving. I'm doing okay. Alright. 5 hearts remaining. In the official game, you only have 3 hearts. This one, they give you 5 hearts. I think they're trying to make it a little bit easier. Probably so people don't, like, fail while you're demoing it to them. Alright, so I've got some mana now. Can I just tap on the mana? How's this work? Do I swipe? I have to figure this out. I'll wait for those messages to come up. They can remind me how to do it. Okay. I think I've about finished the first round here. Just gotta handle these final guys. And the rounds get progressively more difficult over time, of course. And the enemies start to change type eventually and get more interesting. There are a lot of these guys. Okay. Your fire rate at the beginning is actually pretty good. You can fire a lot of arrows quickly. Yay! Upgrades! I like how the upgrades kind of swings up there and it's right in front of you here. And it's all embedded in the world as it should be. There's not like a magic window popping up in front of you. There's like these wooden signs that fit with the theme of the game. What do I want? Critical chance. That enhances your probability of getting critical hit. Hit radius is good. Especially if my aim sucks, which it does. So I'm gonna get that. I just spent some of my gold, 920. And rate of fire. And I spent some more. Alright. Gonna save the rest for later. When you're done upgrading, tap on the mothership to continue. So rather than having a next button, they have this mothership floating in front of you, and you tap on it, and that flies away. Nice little touch. And for this one, I'm actually going to turn on the auto fire, which is that switch to my right. If I hit one of those guys with the bomb, so now whenever I look at guys, I don't have to use the touchpad. I just look at guys and it automatically fires, which makes it easier. Although it can mess with the timing of your shots a little bit, so you have to be you have to kind of get used to it. Okay, let's pay attention here. I have to remember how to use this this light. Oh, there we go. Okay, tap. Tap, tap. I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna figure out how to use that. Okay. Those guys got pretty close. Okay, there's some way to use that. I don't remember what it is. Halfway there! I like how they have the skywriting to give you status messages. They do a great job of embedding everything in the world. With a port like this, there's this big temptation to just float things up. Well, that's floating up in front of you. There we go. That'll slow you down. So there's this big temptation to just like float things in front of you like they do in the mobile version of the game and have it just like floating there. I see you. But when they do a good job of actually embedding things in the world and making them into real objects, I think that makes the VR experience a lot more compelling. I should not have activated that. That's going to get wasted now. Oh well. Oh, I had a critical arrow there, but I wasted that one too. Okay, I got this. This VR version's pretty easy, so I don't have to worry too much about screwing up. I haven't tried any of these. Okay. I'm gonna use that. There we go. I think one of them actually reached me, yeah. You saw the screen flash red like it does in the mobile version, which is fine. Except then this one, of course, your health appears on the banner instead of in the corner of your screen, which is good. Yay! Do I tap like that? I'll figure this out. Upgrade time! Okay. I want more radius. I have plenty of gold. Wow, look at how much gold I have. Hey, I want that treasure too. Give me. Yes! Give me! Give me all the treasures! Thank you! They have these little treasure chests just floating off to the side where you wouldn't normally look unless you look around. And I actually really like that. A lot of games that are ported to VR just kind of encourage you to look straight ahead all the time. Then you don't get as much of a strong feeling as immersion as if you do if you really move your head around a lot and check out your environment. So it's really good to give people an incentive or an encouragement or something to push them to look around in their environment and really feel more immersed. And that's a good example of that, just adding a little tiny gameplay reward for looking around. Alright, and rate of fire. I'm gonna get some... Did I already upgrade this? You can switch between... Okay, yeah, I know. I already used that. So they're telling me now about the ballista fire. I'm gonna upgrade. I don't care that much about critical chance. Do I have enough gold for... Yeah, I think I do. Excellent! And now, they just got me a new crossbow. I like how it goes down into there and you can hear them working on it. That's really cool. Alright. Might as well get one level of this. And I am good to go. Lightning recharge, locked. So this is not implemented yet, I think, because you can't actually buy this. Alright, let's go. I believe this is going to be the final level. If you're wondering how I'm getting audio out here, I have two portable recorders in my pockets. I have one in my left pocket that's recording my voice using the headset that I'm wearing so that you can still hear me clearly when I turn around. Oh, I shouldn't have activated that so soon. And I forgot I don't have to tap. I'm on auto fire. Okay. And the other one in my right pocket is recording the audio output from the game, which is coming out of the headphone pocket. And that's also hooked up to my earphones, so that I can also hear the game myself while I'm playing it. It's a pretty simple setup, but this is enabling me to record Gear VR gaming out in the world, in the park, which is lots of fun. It's kind of weird to be standing in the middle of the park while I am also standing in front of a castle fighting aliens. It's pretty weird. I ain't afraid of you. So those ones are tougher. They take 2 hits. The ones with the little hats. Alright. Give me your worst. I ain't afraid. Come on. Come on. Okay. So far, so good. I'm a little paranoid someone's going to steal my video camera. Because I cannot see what's going on outside of my headset at all. But they're not going to steal my Gear VR because it's on my head. Alright. Here we go. Alright. Come on, come on. And you know, this is a great example of, like, when you port a game, even though ports are not necessarily designed the best for VR from the beginning, they've already done a lot of fine-tuning to the gameplay, making sure enemies are just hard enough, making sure that, like, the radius of the shots is just right, making sure the waves of enemies have the right patterns and everything. And that's work they can reuse. There's no reason to have to redo that. That stuff works reasonably in VR, just like it does on the screen. Oh my god, so many enemies, so many enemies. There's too many, there's too many, there's too many. Oh god. No, make it stop. No, no, no. Okay, I'm alright, I'm alright. Alright, fireworks. End of the trial! Full version coming soon. Powerful Martian units, new areas and kingdoms. Mighty ballista upgrades elemental spells. So let's check out a preview of it. It's actually a playable preview. You can play this for like, ooh, check out my crossbow. That is fancy. So there are these giant robots, and they take a bunch of hits to take out. Die! Die already! There we go. Oh shit! Oh shit! Come on! Come on! Come on! There are some guys in flying saucers. Ah! And that's it. So they only let you play the preview for like 30 seconds, and then they make you leave. There are my stats. I killed 365 Martians, one for every day of the year, unless it's a leap year. Bombers exploded, 49. I like exploiting them, they make my life easy. Found 3 of the treasures. I kind of ignored a lot of the treasures, even though they were out there. I should have been paying attention to them. Collected a bunch of gold. Sheep rescued. Is that actually a thing you could do? I've never seen a sheep in this game. I don't know if that's like a joke or if that's like an actual thing you could... I have no idea. In any case, this has been Romans from Mars. I hope you guys have enjoyed it with me here in the park. And I hope you will, if you have your Gear VR, go out and enjoy it in the world, someplace with your friends, or like at the bus stop, wherever you feel safe doing it. And that is all for today. Everybody have a great every day.